Hello, everybody. Let's see who's going to pop in here now. Dave, that's me. Did you hear that whistle?
Follow you.
Oh, I was going to open the app.
Okay.
Never mind.
Hey, everybody. If you're there, just chime in. Beautiful Tuesday afternoon. Is this working?
Is it Tuesday?
It's loading. Let me see.
Is it
I don't see
loading?
anything yet.
Okay, we're just waiting for everybody to come on. I don't see much. If you're there, let us know. If you're there, let me know. Put your name and where you're from. I am sitting here on Tuesday, and I've got Dave and Lori with me. We're on their back porch. Yeah, you want to turn that sound down so we don't have the thing. State where you're from. Denver, Chris. Good to have you here. And are you going to turn that down, Dave?
Yeah, I'm going to go out of it.
I had to make sure we were really on.
Yeah, you're really on. I wasn't faking it. I really was going to have you on there. So anyway, what we're going to do is I'm over at Dave and Lori's backyard. You'll notice that sandstone carving in the back. One of my favorite carvings. The man's fly fishing. Dave, you just barely put that up, didn't you?
I did. It's been, I made it 12 or actually longer than that.
It was in our office.
It was in our masonry office when we were contractors.
Yeah, and
Did
then
you ever come in that office?
No, I never
I
was
had
there.
that full wall cobblestone, and then I had that placed in the middle of it. And we built this house, 10 years ago?
And he tore that out of the wall when we sold it.
And I sold the office space, and it's been sitting on the back porch. So
It's been sitting on the back porch up until a couple months ago for 12 years, guys. See how patient I am?
Priorities.
Yes.
It was priorities. It
Yeah.
It finally became my priority.
Yes,
Right.
and once it's Lori's priority, it gets done.
My
12
priority
years.
is to find my helicopter.
Yes, Dave was just out flying his new drone, and he got it stuck in a tree. So I
Yeah.
says, let's do a scope right now, and I want to talk about. Anyway, I'm over here because Dave needed some MPP's money, and then also tomorrow I'm doing the webinar for them because they got to go down to Mesa for a funeral.
Be
Dave,
on it with guests.
yeah, so be on there with guests. I'm actually going to take on some technology here.
Oh, you're good.
And I think I'll be fine. Anyway, so, but what I wanted to do is I wanted to interview these two because they're just tearing it up right now. And they're doing the mobile pocket presentation. I've seen them do the presentation at their house. And they're also doing it online. They're using webcam and their computer to build their business. And you sponsored.
I've done it through my car. I've done it in the Grease Monkey, getting my oil changed.
Yeah, I know, and it's fun. And so Lori's doing more of the out and about, but Dave's offline, and Dave's doing online stuff using the same stuff. But you sponsored like 5-6 people this month, right around that. Doing this, and so they're very excited. Those are personal people that they're sponsoring, and they are pumped, ready to rock and roll. And so I want to interview them this morning. So with that, I'm gonna just ask a couple of questions. So tell me, Dave and Lori, whoever wants to speak first. Are they just a cute couple?
We don't talk over
I mean,
each other.
they've been married for how many years?
34 years.
34 years, and they're just as madly in love now as they were
And
then.
we're only 38.
Yes, and they're only 38. Ha ha. So anyway, they're building the business together, and that's very rare. You don't have a lot of husband and wife building together. There's a few out there, and it's always good when you can, but unfortunately, it doesn't always happen that way.
Right.
But they love building it together. Tell me how you guys help each other and complement each other in building your business.
It's kind of natural. We don't really have a specific role other than I'm the techie and she's the prospector. So she's and you know this forever, DeMarr. She's been the one that can talk to anybody, and she was the shyest person in the high school, and I was the second shyest person in the high school.
Yep, I know that.
And so, but when you get her out and about around people, she's been for the last 10 years the prospector. The 3-foot rule. People we don't know. She's been that.
Right.
I'm okay with people I know. I'm okay with the whole online stuff. So she's better at prospecting.
And here I thought I was shy.
But
See what you can tell yourself?
Yeah,
but I'll tell you,
she's not
what's
shy.
funny is now that we've got the question, which I've always called the conversation before the presentation.
Before you go there, let's talk about that question. So,
Okay.
so Dave is going to talk about something that I think is real important, and that's the conversation before the presentation, and that's what he's always called it, the conversation before the presentation. It's not part of the presentation, it's before the presentation. So talk a little bit about that.
Well, yeah,
Dave.
it's always bugged me because I didn't feel like I had the right conversation to invite people to a presentation. I always felt like we were off a little bit. However, we've became successful with it, right? But we got something right now that I'm opening my mouth. I actually am prospecting as much as she is now out and about when I go to get my hair cut. I've been getting my hair cut by the same girl for about 3 years now, and I'm ready for a haircut, so it's probably been 4 weeks ago.
I was going to say.
About 4 weeks ago, I actually asked her the question, which is the conversation before the presentation.
What's the question?
Well, just a minute.
Okay.
And then I'm at the mall getting my phone fixed. The little glass cover broke, and I've had this guy fix my phone a couple times because I might be a little bit dangerous with my phone. And I've never asked him the question, right? Now, if Lori's there with me, she'll probe and get somebody invited to take a look. But I haven't. And the key here, what I'm trying to say is, about 4 or 5 weeks ago, we got the conversation figured out. We got the question figured out. The first A in the APA, we've got that figured out to where no one has told me no yet. No one. And it's just to invite somebody to take a look. And so the first ask in the APA is...
Wait. Go grab a pen and a piece of paper and write this down.
Or watch the recording.
And then write it down because I've seen...
I put it on Facebook a million times in all the groups, so it's all there.
I know.
And you know me, DeMarr, I'm big on every word, not just say it something like this. No, not something like this, exactly like this.
Okay.
Because I know that it's 100%. For us, it's 100%. I've got teammates that are almost 100%. With this question, we just enrolled another guy. We personally sponsored somebody at the beginning of the month. She got somebody in 3 or 4 days ago. This guy walked into a donut house in Pittsburgh and said this exact words. And I don't know if he said exact words, but he got a yes. And I'm sorry, I'm big on exact words. If I, ready? Here it is.
Say it slow.
And it's a combination of literally talking to DeMarr for years, talking to Steve Schultz, Jordan Adler. It's a conversation of all those conversations. Bart Miller, Brad Stewart, all these people are in my head, and I'm like, I gotta find the perfect question, the perfect conversation. And you know this; it drives her nuts. We got it. In my opinion, we got it. You can change it if you want, but I wouldn't. I'd keep it exactly like this. Ready?
It works.
It totally works. If I could show you a way to make money with your smartphone by sharing an app that people love to use, would you want to see it? That's exact words.
So simple.
Exact words. If I could show you a way to make money with your smartphone by sharing an app that people love to use, would you want to see it?
Now, we're not saying would you be interested in learning about it.
Nope.
We're saying would you want to see it?
Yep, that's key words. Would you want to see it? Mm-hmm. Right?
Right.
And we say app in there, we say smartphone in there, and we say the if I would you, which we learned from all kinds of top leaders in network marketing, not to mention DeMarr Zimmerman here.
Right.
And so it's all come together. So now I
say it one more time. Say it again.
If I could show you a way to make money with your smartphone by sharing an app that people love to use, would you want to see it?
Okay, so really what you're asking, if you take that, the nuts and bolts of that is that, hey, I can show you how to make money on your phone, and if I can show you how with something that people love, do you want to take a look at it?
Right.
And so you're getting 100% of the people
with that question.
So that means they're not signing up 100% of the people.
No, but I'm getting the people used to stating a yes to me. They're saying yes to me. So the first yes is that. Or maybe the first yes I may start out with, is that a Samsung 5? Yes. Okay, I got one yes. And then I say the if I would you question. There's another yes.
So you
now
got 2
they're
yeses right out of the
programmed.
chute.
Is this
And
something
then-
like NLP or something like that? But
So what's happening is they're getting people to take a look.
Yep.
Now, then when you sit down with them, do they have any question that there's an opportunity attached to this?
none, zero, zilch.
They know right off the bat you're showing them a way to make money.
Because that's what the question talks about.
And you got some cool words in there: smartphone, app, and money.
And not only that, I think the question, if I could show you a way, and the smartphone,
It's not salesy.
and it seems so simple. I mean, people don't put in their mind that, oh my gosh, I've got to go do all this work. It's just simple. Let me show you real quick what I do. Keep it simple. Show them the money, and then ask them the 4 questions.
That's so you get what they're doing. What they just said is the APA.
APA?
Yeah, well, that's what.
Wasn't there a group called APA? No,
Yeah,
it was ABBA.
ABBA.
That
but
was 2 B's.
What's your
yeah,
favorite groups?
but Brad coined that this morning. ABBA. I mean APA.
APA.
Yeah, I heard him say that.
That's
APA.
funny.
So I'm doing APA. Anyway, then what? Someone asks, then what? So you ask the question. Now what do you do?
Well, they say yes.
Okay,
I'm
so
just telling you, they say yes after the question. So I say, depending on the situation, you want to see it right now? You got 10 minutes, 15 minutes tops. And if they don't, then I schedule an appointment. And I make sure that I confirm the appointment and do the whole confirming thing. Because if you don't do that, you're stuck at the coffee shop or wherever you're going to meet or online, whatever, without somebody showing up, right? So you want to make sure you confirm it with them, make sure it's in their calendar. But basically, I'm after whether they want to see it or not. Most everybody wants to see it. Then I'll go right into it, literally right in. The other day, seriously, I'm helping my sister-in-law. Lori and I both are helping her older sister, re-landscape her whole yard. Lori has a knack for layout of trees and stuff. You know, she just has a knack. DeMarr, point over there and show them our pond and stuff.
Oh, Lori, if you look
just
at their
has a knack.
backyard, it's just phenomenal that they've done it. They've done just a phenomenal job of their backyard, and it's just, if you look down there, there's their jacuzzi, and it's all laid down there in that rock, and it's just beautiful. They've got a pond over there with. I'm really disappointed that there's not trout in there, but
It's not big enough for trout.
but there's fish in there. So anyway,
yeah, Lori has a knack with layout of that, and knowing what types of trees and all that kind of stuff. And I have a knack of, I can get stuff done.
He knows how to do
I
the
can
sprinkler
tell,
system,
like we have
all
a
that.
daylight basement, so I've figured out how to do that, and I'm building a daylight basement over for a sister. So long story short, I've hired this guy that comes in and hauls dirt and has tractors and stuff like that. And the guy's worth a lot of money. He has a pretty big company. He has a concrete plant and a trucking deal. And in fact, he was just calling me. He wants to see the money, and I'll get to that. And basically, we're standing by his truck, and he said, okay, so what is it you do? I'm confused on what you do. You're just over here helping your sister-in-law in the middle of the day. You've been here twice while I've been doing work, and you stop by and make sure everything's all right. What do you do? And I said, well, let me ask you this. If I could show you a way to make money with your smartphone by sharing an app that people love to use, would you want to see it? He says, sounds interesting. What is it? And I says, you got 5 minutes. He goes, I got no longer than 5 minutes because I got to get to my next job. I says, give me 5 minutes. I says, come here. Pulled the phone up, did a selfie right in front of one of his big dump trucks, and I sent a card using the voice text. And at the end of that, I says, so that's the app. We share that and we get paid. Now, we know there's 4 types of people that join us and send out cards. And I went through the 4 types of people. And he says, I'm probably a 4, but you know I got to go. I says, right, we're going to go to lunch on Tuesday. And he's calling me.
So can you get that? It's a late lunch, but they're going to go to lunch with that. So you see what they're doing? They're starting with the question. It's the conversation before the conversation. You got to move in a little bit. I'm going to lose you.
Conversation before the presentation.
Before the presentation, and then they do the presentation. Repeat. We're not going to repeat that, but it's too long.
You can watch the recording.
So you watch this recording again. So they have the conversation, the question, and Dave's of the belief that you got to teach it so that it's very, very the same wording, everything. So does Lori. And then they do the presentation, and what they do is a presentation. Dave did a partial presentation because the guy only had 5 minutes. So he showed the app, and then he's going to go and meet with them today and show them the money.
But notice, even with my partial presentation, I ended that presentation with the 4 types of people.
4 types of people.
Because I need I need him to go away with that, so he's thinking about the 4 types of people.
And I've watched.
When he meets with you, he's gonna know.
He knows already. Yeah, and here he is calling me again.
Yeah, so Dave's got to set an appointment up with this guy, Dean. That's the guy, Dean. And so Dave's going to go meet with him as soon as we get through with this. And then Lori is of the same opinion. They both work together. They're like one, and they do the same thing. And the presentation's real simple. Show the Gone Mobile app or the website, and then show the money. And then afterwards, the 4 types of people. Dave likes to do it twice. He tells the 4 types of people twice.
I do on purpose. And so when I get done with sending the card to them, I tell them the 4 types of people because I want them to be thinking of the 4 types while I'm showing them the card deck. I think that's important. And you guys know by now what I think is important I got to do. Or he's in trouble with myself. He can't do it. So I do the 4 types, then I do the pocket presentation, and then at the end of the pocket presentation I say, okay, remember the 4 types, and I summarize them, and I say, if you had to make a decision today, not saying you do, but if you had to make a decision right now, which one of the 4 types of people would you be? And that's something DeMarr's been driving into me forever, is that's the close. That's the close.
Now, the other thing is that yesterday, the day before, I talked about, maybe a few days ago, I talked about adding on there who you're looking for. So one of the things that Dave and Lori are going to start to do, I know they are. Because
we already do it. It's natural. So it's something that I'm not really training. And I've noticed that when you've been doing something so long, you kind of take things for granted and forget you're even doing it. But basically, I'm looking for type 4 people to build my business. Now, if you're not type 4, do you know anybody that is? And those are the kinds of things that I just naturally say, but I don't realize we're saying it right. And so, is that what you're talking about?
Yes, and that's guessing. exactly. Okay. So Dave is actually saying that too, and he's learned that, and it's something that we probably forgot to tell people, and that's real simple, is that we let people know what you're looking for and what you're looking to build for. You know what I mean? Say, hey, listen, Lori, I know I told you the 4 types of people. We're looking the 4s because we want to find people who really want to build, because we want to build this fast. And what it does, it puts in people's mind is well, I want to work with somebody who wants to work fast.
Right. Urgency.
And it helps them, and that's why they've sponsored 6 people this month. And they've got some duplication going on in their organization. And by the way, do you ever have extra MPPs on hand?
I
pocket
have,
presentations.
Well, right now I have 25. Actually, 27. I have 27 right now. Because when I get a new teammate started, I want them to be able to buy that from me on the spot. And if they're far away, like the last guy is in New York, right? He went on the website and bought his, but I still overnight him one.
But see, this is like when we signed up the rep in Vernal. She's 2 hours away from us here, and we took 3 of them with us because we knew she was going to be signing people up, but she'll need some extra to give to people that she's signing up, right?
Right.
Yep. It's funny. I was doing a presentation, and we signed the person up, and I can't remember when that was. We've got so much going on right now, but anyway. We get done with the presentation, and I had the card deck sitting there, and the person, I think it was right here at the kitchen table a couple weeks ago. Yeah, that was. The card deck was sitting there, and this guy that we did the presentation with, and he just actually came in the business. It was on our 2nd or 3rd level, something like that. But he grabbed the pocket presentation and started putting it away, and I got, kind of nervous. No, that's mine. Because I was low on presentations. I literally had 2 that were in Lori's BMW, and she was, I can't remember what was going on there, but Lori had them in her BMW, so I had 1 pack at home. So we had 3 packs total, 1 pack at home and 2 in her car, and I'm like, no, I'm sorry, that's worth $100,000 to $1 million. I can't let you have that. And then I literally caught myself, and I said, okay, all right, you give me $20 and I'll let you have it.
Yeah.
Right? Because I realized that Lori has a couple more in her thing, and so.
We're getting a bunch of hearts for that.
Yeah.
Anyway, well, hey, everybody, I just wanted to let you know, And I was here with Dave and Lori, and I just wanted you guys to know what they're doing. I'm going to do more of these interviews. Some of them are going to be over the phone, but on these Periscopes, I'm going to do more scopes like this. And you're going to see a lot of people come on here, and you're going to get a firsthand of what they're doing, even though we're seeing a lot of it on Gone Mobile. Gone Mobile is really the Facebook page. There's a lot of people that are doing a lot of what Dave and Lori doing. We're calling it APA, and that is
Ask, present, ask. Yeah.
Ask, present, ask, and that's what we're doing. So anyway, y'all have a great one. This is it will be available 24 hours if you want to. For 24 hours, if you want to listen to this again, I highly recommend that you do. Long as you don't scope and drive, DeMarr. Nope, I will be scoping and driving because I don't look at my phone when I'm driving. It's just like a conversation.
Yeah,
so
fine.
Sorry.
Nope, we're here on the back porch.
It's hands-free.
With our back porch business.
It's called hands-free scoping.
Yeah, hands-free scoping. Anyway, hey everybody, you have an incredible day, and we'll see you at the top. Anything you want to say?
Hey guys.
Peace out.